Awesome, you guys. Okay, I'm so excited. Hopefully you all can hear me really well. My name's Meredith Franklin. I was a hairstylist for many years, left that profession to be a stay-at-home mom, network marketer. I am not here to sell you any hair products. I actually have tried some of the hair products in the network marketing industry and I absolutely hate them. So I'm on this journey actually myself to find more hair products that I really believe in, especially in the non-toxic care area. I really want non-toxic products. And I will go into a few ingredients that you should absolutely stay away from. So I'm excited to get into this. I have been doing hair training apparently like my whole life. I didn't know it was hair training until I got into hair school. And then in hair school, we, did it all the time while we were waiting for clients. We were doing a lot of the hair training things. I get compliments on my hair all the time, like literally constantly my whole life. I have a lot of hair. Here's something that we're going to be talking about is the type of textures of hair. My hair is very coarse. It is very dry. I have a dry scalp. And so I know that we've got other people on here who have curly hair, who have thin and very oily scalps. So we're going to be talking to you guys as well. So let's just kind of dive in, you guys. I'm going to share with you a few things that you are going to need to buy. And I'll do that right away. You guys right now ask them for Christmas if you can. So if you have a pen and paper, I would write these things down. So you are going to want to go to the website, and I'll show you this website and I'll show you my cart. It's called The Detox Market. So those are going to be non-toxic products. You can look them up on the EWG. If you don't care if things are toxic or not, that's totally on you, totally fine. I will mention some toxic products, but I'm on a journey to find the non-toxic version of them. Okay. Go to Sally's and grab a wet brush. Your wet brush is going to be your very best friend. You will use it every single day, twice a day, a wet brush, okay? And I'll go into why. And it has to be the brand wet brush. I think right now, Sally's, actually, I think I saw they're having a sale for $4 for the wet brush. Wet brush also makes, I think it's a wet shine brush. I just tried finding it on the website and it's not there. So this is the other brush that you're going to need. And I so apologize. There's hair in it, but we're going to get nitty gritty anyways on this video. So it's fine. So this is this is a boar bristle brush. So do you see that there's boar bristles in here and these other, bristles on here? There is a version, I will try to message it to you guys in the email. It has bristles almost like this, which I like better because this one tends to like scrape a little bit. The boar bristle brush that's the intention. It's going to really rough up your scalp. That's the intention. It's going to help your hair be shinier and everything. Okay, so those are the two products that are like must have. You have to grab it today. Go get those. And really, hair training is all about your follicle. A healthy follicle is going to produce healthy hair, healthy, shiny, strong hair, okay? So it's all about your follicle. A dehydrated follicle will produce weak, brittle hair. And so it's like your baby hairs, and then you're like, preteen, your teen, and then it's going to be your adult, and then your little grandma hairs. And your grandma hairs, you got to treat them really, really delicately. And that is why the wet brush is so important, because it is going to be it's going to help with detangling. There are different types of wet brushes. You'll see them on the Sally's website. And that help with detangling even more. But I like the one that's open here because when your hair is wet. All right, so we're going to get right into it. I have so many notes, and I'm hoping to be able to give you guys these notes as we go. And I think that there's another brand that is good as well as the wet brush, but this one's really cheap. I think it's called the bath brush, possibly. I need to look it up. Okay, so things that you can do to help your hair go longer without washing is wear a hat, braid your hair, make sure that you you're like hiding the grease if you can, if you have to. And actually something that Nicole's on here right now, Nicole Beestrom, she's on here, and she was saying she didn't think that she could go very long without washing her hair, but turns out she did what I said and she can, and her hair is doing really great. Now I'm going to show you how to brush your hair and when to do it. But like I said, to help you elongate your time with going further is wearing hats, ponytails, and obviously dry shampoo, which I'll get into, and braids. Okay, so number one, you guys, air dry your hair as often as you can, or just blow dry the roots, especially for the super greasy people, for the people who work out. If you just work out and your hair's in a ponytail, take it out immediately when you're done, because you don't want to have a crease, which you guys need to go get some silk hair bands, because the silk is going to help not break your hair. Or there's those ones that look like they're like coils. Those will help, you know, not break your hair and damage your hair. So I love having silk or those coiled ones. And so take out your hair right away if you worked out, if you have greasy scalp, and just blow dry on cool your scalp, your hair, just your scalp, to get that the sweat to leave. And then okay, so less washing. Okay, so number two, less washing, less heat. You're gonna wanna go, because I'm gonna give you an example. Let's give Nicole as an example. So Nicole was like an every other day washer. If you are an every other day washer for your hair, you want to push it for 2 weeks, one more day. So I was gonna show you guys a calendar on here. Let's just say you wash your hair Monday and you are planning to wash your hair Wednesday, right? We're gonna ask you to push it one day and wash it Thursday for 2 weeks in a row. Okay, that's training your hair. So you're gonna wash Monday, then wash Thursday, 2 weeks in a row. Then the next time, that third week, you're gonna push it. You're gonna wash Monday. You're not gonna wash Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're gonna push it to Friday, and you're gonna do that 2 weeks in a row. Now, those of you who have thin, fine, possibly greasy, pretty greasy hair, you're probably only going to be able to go 5 days. Like, that'll probably be your max. A great goal would be 7, but you'll probably be able to go 5. That's your goal, okay? Those of you who have really coarse, highlighted hair, like super color treated, thick horsehair, mine is straight up a horsehair if you feel it, you could probably go 15. And I would, you could even go longer, but like, let's just try to go 15. Okay. That's a great goal. Okay. So, does that really, if you guys have questions, please comment in the chat box. I'm going to try to answer all of your questions at the end. But does that make sense, how for 2 weeks, you're going to like push it. You're going to do the same thing for 2 weeks in a row. Then you're going to move it a little bit longer, 2 weeks in a row, move it a little longer, 2 weeks in a row. Okay. And then your scalp is going to realize it doesn't need to produce more oil, because you have oil, it's being produced and you don't need any more. And what those of you just joined a little bit later, these are the 2 brushes that are must buys right now. The wet brush, Sally's, I think right now it's on sale. I'm going to show you, hair training and healthy hair is all about a healthy follicle that can breathe. Your follicle needs to breathe, and it will produce more, it will produce healthier hair. The things that make your follicle dehydrated and clogged is, and you'll notice it, it's itching, and you know, flaky stuff, and not brushing the scalp. So with the wet brush, literally you guys are gonna wanna get in there and do your scalp like this, like everywhere. Do you see, like, I'm like getting in there? This is like day 10 for me. You're just like scraping it, and you will see some, I don't know if you can right now. I did this. You're gonna do this 2 times a day. Now, did you see I did not hit the ends of my hair yet? I'm just doing my scalp, and you're gonna do this everywhere. You're going to flip your head over and you're going to do the back. You're going to get your scalp. You're going to break up all of that buildup, which will help with the itch. And then you're going to use your boar bristle brush and you're going to break up some more, break up some more. You're going to like make sure you're getting it. You're really getting that oil to the ends of your, not the ends. I didn't brush through the ends because you want to be really gentle. There is a day where you will brush through the ends, but you're going to break up that oil and get it on your teenage hair. Now I'm just going to go through my hair with the wet brush, just gently. And you guys, honestly, like especially with color treated hair, start with the grandma hairs at the bottom and it'll help detangle and brush through. So then you'll just brush it through, right? And you can keep going. And I'm not gonna, if you have flakes and stuff, I'm gonna talk about that. But you just want to break up that buildup. You do not want to use your fingernails. Do you see how like this is padded? And so it's going to be more gentle. And this bristle, like it's so like, what's the word? It's just movable. So it doesn't really hurt. The boar bristle may hurt a bit. That's why like this one, you really do want the tips covered. I've had this one since hair school. Okay. So those are the brushes that you need to get. And you're going to be doing that twice a day in the morning when you wake up to like let your follicle breathe. And then before you go to bed. Okay, so let's see. After a while, you'll feel the slowdown of oil production the more that you do it. And Nicole is an example of this. Nicole's hair is pretty greasy, and she can't believe that she went as long as she did. You're going to start to produce less oil. Another thing too, because a hydrated follicle is so critical, is putting conditioner on your scalp. I know we've been trained, don't put conditioner on your scalp because it'll be too greasy. Now, I'm not saying like squirt on the conditioner and like put it straight on your scalp. There will be a time for that. I'll tell you in a minute. But you start with your ends and you'll work up and get to your scalp, just the remnants of it, but you need to hydrate your scalp. Okay. So refrain from blow drying if you can, you guys. I tell everyone this. Anyone who sat in my chair, of course I use a blow dryer on them when they're in my chair, but if you can, have your hair air dry. Have your natural wave, your natural curl. Girls, you guys, my hair is crazy. Like it is a big froey mess. I don't know if you've ever seen me with my hair air drying. I always air dry my hair. I really, really try not to use a blow dryer, if ever. But those of you who feel like, oh, my hair, like it like sticks to my head and it like dries flat to my head, that's okay. You guys, you can take the wet brush and just blow dry your scalp only. Do not let it hit your ends. Your ends are grandma's, right? We want to take care of our ends and like really protect them. So you're going to just blow dry your scalp. That's going to help lift your root. That's going to help open up your cuticle and like help your follicle breathe. So that's okay. But I don't want to see you blow drying the ends of your hair. Another thing that you can do while you're sleeping, I'll get more into sleeping and like how to have your hair when you sleep. I let my hair air dry even when I sleep. And I lift my hair above my pillow, whoops, so that it lays like this above my pillow. And that helps actually with a volume. People are like, my hair's so flat and I don't have volume. Girls, like lay your hair above your pillow. Try not to move in your sleep. Like I move everywhere. Another thing you can do is, I can show you later, but I put my hair on the top of my head in a bun on the very top so that it gives it more volume so it can stay down. But if it's already dry, because if it's wet and then you put it up there, it'll get all kinked up. Okay, so refrain from blow drying. Brush your hair before bed in the morning with a wet brush or a shine brush. And that is, I think you can get it at Sally's. I will look, you guys. I'm pretty sure. You want a happy, stimulated follicle. If you notice when you go to the hair salon, like they're like massaging your head, like stimulating it. You want all the blood flow. And something I'm going to get into is the dry shampoo. Dry shampoo is okay, but not all the time. You guys, we are going to be talking, so I'm talking non-toxic products. Dry shampoo that is not non-toxic literally is gasoline. It's actually gasoline. It is killing your fall. It actually will kill your hair. You'll have your hair will fall out and you'll have less hair growth. So it's so important that you find a non-toxic, read the label. It's literally gasoline that you're putting on your head. So you're going to be killing that follicle. So don't use it all the time. Like I know some people use it every day. Do not use it every day. Yes, you will be losing more hair. Why are you losing more hair? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about hair loss and what you can do for more hair growth. But stimulating, I want you to stimulate your scalp every day. You won't be using the boar bristle brush every day. You will use the wet brush every day. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so it's so important to brush. Oil works down and get the buildup off the conditioner. And I'll go explain that. Okay. Now, I feel like I should, well, okay. I know a lot of you have asked me about like how I curl my hair. I'm going to show you my curling iron. Also, once again, Sally's. You might be able to get on Amazon. Dang it. Why is like the label off of this? It starts with a Q. I don't know. It starts with a Q. I'll tell you my brand. The wand is incredible. And let me tell you why. So if you're going to flat iron your hair, you are actually getting every single strand with heat. And we're going to talk about products to put on your hair so that you protect it with heat. You should always be protecting your hair because you're going out and about with like, you know, the air outside and heat from your whatever product you're using. Your hair is an open like sponge. So it's going to soak in anything. You want to fill that cuticle and help it be healthy and help protect it. So always use protection, ladies. Okay, so the reason why I curl my hair is that I don't hit every single strand. And I'm going to show you exactly how this is not plugged in. Okay, and the way that I curl my hair is I always go back away from my face. Okay, so do you see I'm twisting my hair almost like a rope, so it's not hitting every single strand of hair. It's not going to hit every strand. So this thing gets really hot. You can adjust the heat. I like it really hot. I don't leave it on very long. And I rarely get my tips because they're grandma hairs, right? We don't really want any heat on them. Okay, do you see how I'm like twisting my hair? I'm twisting it up so it's like a rope. So I do this, and the smaller the wand, almost the better. Like let's say your hair really sucks at holding curl, get a smaller wand. So it'll be a tighter curl and it can last a little longer. Like I said, my hair is very coarse, so it does hold a curl and I don't use hairspray. Okay, do you see like how, I'm gonna show you this one. So do you see how like it turns into a rope? It like twists it. Okay, so that is key. And you can, like, let's say you're on day 15 and you're like, my hair's not really that bad. It doesn't look that greasy. You could throw in a little bit more, like tighten up your curls a bit to make it like last even longer. But I just try to just do the one, because like the first day your curls are going to be pretty tight. And as you go like through the wet brush and brushing it, it's going to loosen. So towards the end, it may be kind of straight, and that's fine. Okay. Less heat on strands also. Okay. Yeah, we already said that. Okay. So let's talk about hair coloring really quick. So I do get my hair colored often. I try to push it to 9 weeks. If you can push it to 9 to 12 weeks, that's awesome. And really, you guys, try to pick a color. The girls who change their hair color, they're like, oh, in the summer I'm gonna be light, and then the winter I'm gonna be dark. That's real rough on your hair, guys. Like that is going to put your hair through a lot of trauma. And you do kind of want to pick a color that you can like last a while with. And even the blondes, if you can get like a smudgy root, maybe a balayage where or like an ombre where you can kind of grow out your root so you can have a healthy follicle. Try your best to do that. I always tell my stylist, I'm like, don't throw any more highlights in there because I've, have my highlights like that. There's enough highlights. Just do the root. Let's just do the root. Also be very, very, very specific with your stylist. Tell them you are trying to grow your hair out. You want a healthy scalp, a healthy follicle. And so tell them, I only want you, like, I didn't realize this, but literally every 6 weeks I was going in, getting my hair done, and I was trimming my hair every time. Because I'm like, oh, I found a split end. And I was trimming it every time. Girls, like quarterly, maybe get your hair trimmed. Do not, I mean, not maybe even like twice a year, get your hair trimmed. And when you get it trimmed, say, I want a dusting. Like, I just want like a dusting. It's so small, tiny, tiny, tiny dusting, barely anything off. And be like, say, hey, and they're like, your fingers are touching. I know they're touching. Like, I just want the tiniest, littlest bit, because let me tell you what, as a former hairstylist, if we hear trim, we think cut off the dead stuff that, you know, should leave. Well, we might cut off 2 to 3 inches. So be so specific and go in and say, I'm just getting my hair colored. I don't want you to, no, do not cut my hair. That's going to help it grow out. Okay. Let's see. Be super gentle with your ends. Don't brush hard. You guys, I don't know if you know, especially color treated, always start with the bottom gently and work your way up to the scalp. Now, if you're just doing your scalp and you're, you know, going cray cray like that, that's fine. But really, and teach your girls, if you have young girls at home, teach them ends up, okay? Because they're like, they're gonna slice through their hair. It's not good. Okay, let's see. So be gentle with your ends. Okay, now this is the time I'm gonna talk about supplements, because nutrients can help grow your hair out. Biotin, omegas, a healthy multivitamin. If you have lost a lot of hair because of your like pregnancy, because you'll get a lot of hair and your hair is gorgeous and everything, then you lose all your hair and you especially lose it in the front. It's terrible. I highly recommend a multivitamin. So I love my vitamins. You guys, those of you who use Isogenics with us, you know, these vitamins are incredible. They totally grow your hair out. Probiotics. I did not realize that probiotics were so important for your hair. So a great probiotic is important. Like I said, biotin. This is like my holy grail. This is the holy grail, guys. I take 8 a day. It's called Isogenesis, and it's like all the vegan things in the world. And my nails grow like crazy. My hair grows like crazy. So you can ingest things that will help your growth. I highly recommend omegas. Omegas are so smart. And then also collagen. So collagen bone broth, every single day, if not twice a day. So really important. Okay. And then I do want to talk about, I'm going to actually share my screen for products from the detox market that I mentioned in the beginning. So let's see, share screen. I got to figure this out. Share screen. Okay. So here is the detox market, you guys. And I'm actually going to show you my cart. So when you go to the detox market, you just go to hair and body and just click treatment and styling. That's what I clicked on to show you a few of these things. You can click shampoo and conditioners. This is what I put in my cart that I want to talk about. If you have curly hair, I will get into the really curly people in just a minute, but this is called Inner Sense dry shampoo. You want to find a detox dry shampoo. There's a lot of options actually on this site. There's one with what's the word? What is that? I'll think of it in a minute, but there's a ton of different options. You want to have a serum spray. This is the brand I used to use. I think it's actually toxic though. Euphoria. I need to look on EWG to see if it is. This is the Pure Polish Finishing Drops. I use it every time my hair is wet. When your hair is wet, it is the most fragile, and it will soak up whatever products you're using. So I liked Euphoria, but I'm gonna try these products. Like I said, I'm on this journey to find the best. You guys will be informed, but I'm so excited because there's Enchanted Island Salt Spray. So if you have curly hair or if you have oily hair, salt spray on your root while it's wet after a wash can help it be more volumized, and it can help. Now, I'm going to get back to the salt spray for curly haired people, but it's a really great option. So if you have curly hair, that's a must get. There are different brands on here that are a little cheaper, but I really liked this one. You need a hair mask. You need a scalp and hair treatment. Now, I'm going to go into how to and when to use a scalp treatment. You're going to want to do it 1 to 2 times a month. And what that scalp treatment looks like, I will show you in a minute. But you need one of those. A smoothing hair balm, which was what I was using. So here's another one that's like non-toxic. And you could have a hair oil, but just kind of ignore that one. And then this one is a detangler and a UV barrier, which is what you need because sun is super damaging to the hair. Heat is damaging. And then there was a spray. Oh, here it is. The serum spray. I'm really excited about that one because I used to use the Euphoria's spray. So I would say go on there and play. I would I don't know, like I just recommend, I need to figure out how to like stop share. Here it is. So I would go on to this site and go ahead and play and see. I would get a really great, if you can, get a really great shampoo and conditioner. And I'm going to explain how to do that. But first, I'm going to talk to you about how to get ready for your scalp treatment. So scalp treatment, like I said, is 1 to 2 times a month. And let's say like today I'm on day 10. So let's say I'm to the end and I'm going to wash my hair tonight, right? So I'm going to go through my scalp and I'm going to do this with my wet brush, right? Get all the dead skin, open up my follicle, right? I'm doing that. Then I'm going to go through with the boar bristle. Now this is really important. You're going to go through, you're going to do your hairline, push really hard. And yes, it can kind of like hurt, but it's like so important. So you're going to go through there, get all the dead skin, open up the follicle. Okay. But then you're going to go and you're going to part your hair just like, you're getting hair color. You're going to go through and do that. You're going to go to the next one. You guys get the idea. Going to get all that follicle opened up, right? The whole thing. Okay. So you're going to do that through the whole thing. You're going to do the back of your head and everything. Okay. Then you guys saw I found a scalp treatment on here. There is another one. And I think it has, what is that word? Charcoal. It has charcoal in it. And try to find a minty one, but you want to find a conditioning scalp treatment because what do we want? Hydrated follicles. Hydrated follicles leaves a healthy follicle, will make healthy hair. Dehydrated will make weak and broken hair. So you are going to go through and you can squirt it into a bowl. And then the hair coloring brushes. I was going to have one with you guys. I'm getting my carpets done and they're downstairs in my bathroom, but you take that brush, you dip it into the conditioner, you're going to put it on just like we did with the boar bristle. You're going to get it all over every bit of your scalp. Okay. You're going to put it all in the scalp treatment. You're going to let it sit. You're going to massage it in because we want to stimulate our scalp and get the whole thing really, really massaged and stimulated. Okay. Leave it on. It may say on the bottle like 5-10 minutes. Then you'll get into the shower. And this is where it gets fun. I'll explain everything in a minute. So you get in the shower, you're going to rinse that out. And then, I don't know if you guys know, but your hair, like I said, it's like, okay, let's just say it's like your skin. So when you put warm water on your skin, all of your pores open up. When you put cold water on, it closes your pores. So just like that with your hair, same exact thing. When you put hot water on your hair, it blows open your cuticle, any hot heat or whatever, it's going to blow open your cuticle, which then your hair color will fall out. Your oils and stuff will come out. So instead, when you're rinsing, try to do a lukewarm to cool water. And then, so you rinse that out and then you're going to shampoo. Those of you who, I don't know, I guess you want to shampoo everything's for your follicle and your scalp. So shampoo isn't even really meant for your hair. Now, if you've hairsprayed your hair, you probably need to put a little bit of shampoo on here, but shampoo your scalp. Get it really good. Get it really, really good. And I will find my favorite shampoo. I promise. This website, the Detox Market, does have really great curly haired people products, and I think it's called Inner Sense. So look at that brand. I think Amazon carries it too, but you want to really, really scrub your scalp with the shampoo. It's not really meant for your ends. So conditioner is meant for your ends. So if you go to like here with the shampoo, that's good. it's not meant for your ends. It'll actually like break your ends because it dries it up. Kind of like a cleanser for your face, how it gets pretty dry and you got to put that stuff on. So you're going to shampoo. If you are blonde, there are a few ways that you can use your purple toning shampoo, but you don't need to use it every time you wash your hair. I can kind of explain that one. You can make it a bath if you want to hear that. So let me go to it 1 second. So a keratin shampoo is best, but too much keratin can be bad, so not all the time. A keratin shampoo and conditioner, massage it in a downward motion because like you don't want to rough up your cuticle. Same with drying your hair with a towel. You're not going to go, just gently dab your hair out. You don't want to like rough it up. We want to smooth cuticle in a downward motion. So like even the shampoo after you've like done your scalp, then just like a little bit here, a little bit, rinse it out. And then if you have to, you're going to do it with, give the blonde tips. Okay, I will. Okay, so you'll rinse again. So once you did the regular shampoo, the keratin shampoo, then you'll move to the purple shampoo. And depending how long you waited to wash your hair, because you may not need to do it every time. And then you can do it in the shower, but a really great way to do it is just to fill your sink up with water, squirt in about a tablespoon of the purple shampoo, swirl it up, make the bubbles and everything, and then you like flip your head over and lay it in the purple shampoo bowl and let it sit there for like 5 minutes. Get it out, and then you'll go take a shower, like rinse it all out. That's a really great way to tone your hair and to keep it really nice. Okay, let's see. Okay, so 1 to 2 times a month. So here's what it says: 1 to 2 times a month, do the purple shampoo. You don't need it every time. And then you only need to shampoo twice if you go more than 7 days. So if you feel like you're like, I need to wash my hair, like you can shampoo your root if you go longer, like myself, longer than 7 days. And then you want to put on your scalp treatment, like I said, twice a month. And then keratin conditioner. So the conditioner, you can put on a keratin mask for strengthening your hair. And because your hair can, like mine is dry and brittle. And so you'll leave that on in the shower while you're shaving or whatever for 5 minutes. And I go 10 to 15 days. So obviously that's only like twice a month. So, yeah. And so I would look on this detox market. There are keratin ones actually on the detox market. So check that out. And then, okay, use the hair mask before you use the regular conditioner and apply it mid-strand all the way down, not the root there. Your other conditioner you'll put on. So the keratin one you'll apply here, the mask. The other one you'll put on your root. And remember, the scalp treatment was conditioning as well, which is on the detox market here. It's that green one called Founders Blend Scalp and Hair Treatment by R-A-H-U-A. I don't know, R-A-H-U-A. Raua? I don't know. Okay, use the leave-in conditioner, brush it out from the hair. You can bring the wet brush into the shower, be gentle, and you can brush it, and you go work your way up in the shower to get it on your scalp a tiny bit. And your hair is the most fragile when it's wet, so be so gentle. And then, okay, yeah, I already mentioned sea salt spray helps with volume. So while it's wet, you can like spray the sea salt spray into your scalp. And then if you have to, like I said, fine, blow dry just your scalp. Do not do the ends. Let the rest of your hair air dry. And you guys, I have worked with frizzy hair and I've worked with really fine hair. And I promise you, like, this is so important to keep your hair so nice and healthy. Let's say, oh yeah, okay, so now your hair is wet. You've gotten out of the shower. You did the sea salt spray maybe. I don't use sea salt spray, but I'm kind of going to see if I like it. I'm going to use it and see if I like it. If you have curly hair, okay, wait. Let me finish this and then I'll go into curly hair. Okay, so your hair is wet. You want to use your balm and your serum. Mix it together and get it all over your ends while it's wet, okay? This is before it air dries. You're gonna brush it with the wet brush, gently get it in there, work it in there, and then let it air dry. And then you can use your heat when it's fully dry. And then I will sometimes go back in, and we'll talk about smell in a minute, and use a little bit of my serum throughout the week if I have to like get it in there a little bit more. Or the spray. I'm so excited about the spray that I'm getting. Okay, if you have curly hair, a lot of curly hair people ask me, and it is tricky because they can't really, like, let's just say it's day 5 and they want, like, they're trying to make their follicle breathe. You can do this, and yes, like, see how it's gonna like frizz up a little bit, and curly haired people are gonna have frizz. They will. Okay, so you're gonna have the frizz, but you're gonna get your follicle really good. You do not brush the rest of your hair. If you have curly hair, do not brush it, okay? What you're going to do, the sea salt spray is gonna be your best friend. You're going to have a bottle of water spray and just spritz your whole head. You're going to scrunch it back up. Do not use hairsprays or anything because those can be really drying. And honestly, like, find a balm that helps you curl, not one of those like sticky, you just don't, that brand Innocence, whatever, that one's going to be a good brand. But so you're going to try to scrunch back up, right? Because you've already broken up your follicle. You want to like wake it up, you know, maybe use your fingertips. If you have to use dry shampoo and you have curly hair, spray the dry shampoo on your fingertips and work it in. Work it in, work it in, work it in, work it in, okay? Now you've already sprayed your hair with the water. You're gonna scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Then you go in with the sea salt spray and spray your hair. And that can help it elongate the time and kind of calm down the frizz that you kind of made when you went through with the wet brush. You're not gonna wanna use this brush. It'll real frizz out your hair. Not until scalp treatment day. Okay, so let's see, disrupt the spray, shampoo, dry shampoo on fingertips. You never want to scratch your head with your nails. Girlfriends, that is so hard for me. I totally do it because you can cause infection and inflammation. You want to use the pads of your fingers, and like always, like, just massaging your head is so important. I have a lot of friends who go to dry bars all the time, and they go every 2 weeks. So that's the time that they wash their hair. That's the time that they do all that. I'm going to show you some really gross things. Are you ready? Okay, hopefully you're taking notes. Okay, we're going to talk about itch. So when your head is itchy, say you're on day 5 and you're like, girlfriend, this is itchy. The reason why your head is itchy is because of buildup. And like I said, dry shampoo, yes, dry shampoo and push through, but you don't want to do it all the time because it can clog your follicle and you want it to breathe. So this is what's going to help. I'm telling you, like, this brush, your brushes are your life. You're going to go through, and it's typically the hairline that gets really dry and itchy. So you're going to go through and you're going to break it up, break it up, break it up. And another thing you can do is buy in the baby section at whatever store, those really fine combs, and you can like comb and get the dryness from your hairline out. But you're gonna go through and break it up, and like, even, you know, go through and kind of break it up, get in there. And then if you see like a ton of dry skin, which I'm really dry, go into your shower or vacuum after and shake it out. Like, shake it out, like, go through, and you're going to shake it out and get all that dry skin. You're going to get that off. Okay. And sometimes, depending on how long you've gone, or maybe you're like, my hair looks really great, it's just my like hairline, you can just go into the bathroom, the shower. You're going to shower, and you're just going to shampoo like your hairline and wash your hairline and put your shower cap over everything else. That's also a possibility, but I would just go through with your wet brush and like get all of that flaky stuff off, and you're going to shake it out. If you have to, use the blow dryer on cool and blow out the flakes in your bathroom or vacuum afterwards. But it's going to help your follicle breathe and really help with the itch, obviously. Okay, and then, so we already talked about that, flaking and buildup. You can use your boar bristle brush just for like the hairline or that tiny baby comb and just get like all that out and like scrape all that out. And then obviously you can blow dry that. And then, okay, smell. Fun topic. Okay, so your oils have a smell, and while you're training it to go longer, it will go longer. I promise you, like the most greasiest head on the planet, I promise you it can go longer. And the smell will, you can brush it. So you're going to be brushing it out to move the oil down the shaft so it doesn't just sit on the scalp. Break up the same thing. It's going to be letting the follicle breathe. And then you can, I need to find one, but you can do a perfume because your hair, like I said, it's just this open follicle. It's going to hold like a sponge anything that you spray on it. So any perfume, body spray, but find like a natural one, an essential oil one if you can, or create your own that you love to use. Highly recommend that. Another thing you can do, I have not done this, but I saw it recommended, is putting deodorant, a natural deodorant, behind your ear and your back of your hairline if you work out and you're like, dude, I stink. I highly recommend that. I use, if you guys want a really great deodorant that I have been using, it's from Primally Pure, and it is what is that thing again? Charcoal. It is charcoal, and I have used multiple charcoal ones and they've never worked, and this one is gorgeous. Buy it. It's like 16 bucks. It's unscented, so like that wouldn't really help around my hairline because it's unscented. But if you have a really great essential oil, that's an idea too. But you know how like you go to a campsite and your hair just immediately smells like fire? It's gonna soak in whatever smell you spray. But I'm allergic to like perfume, so some sort of essential oil. Okay. Okay, okay, scalp soreness. I'm gonna talk about ponytails really quick. So when your follicle is in a pattern, and so if you disrupt it and you put it like on the top of your head and you've been wearing it in a ponytail or a top knot all day, your head's going to be sore, especially because it's been like dirty. So you're disrupting the growth of it, which is fine, but that's why you're going to be sore. So I want to recommend, like while you're sleeping, doing a loose, especially if it's curled. You can, my girlfriend does 2 buns. You can do 2 buns on either side to keep the curl. But I just do a loose bun on the top of my head, or like I said, I just lay my hair over my pillow so that the curls stay, and it's going to be lifted volume and it won't hurt because my hairband isn't squeezing it tight. And then, or like braid it super loosely if that's like the look that you're going for. Another thing is if your hair is shorter, you can do 2 loose pigtails with the silk. They recommend silk pillowcases for no wrinkles on your skin, but they also recommend it so it doesn't rough up your hair. So silk pillows, silk hair ties, those ones that look like coils, like I said, are really cool. Or like a claw clip, if it doesn't hurt you or if you're not gonna hit yourself with it. But I always say, like, if you're blow drying your hair and you want more volume, blow dry your hair with it upside down, just on the scalp for more volume. The opposite way that it grows, you know, blow dry, blow dry, blow dry. And also, I don't know if you guys know, but when blow drying, you want to aim it down, not blow it up. So the cuticle's all blown open to keep it smooth. Okay, air drying. Let's see. We already went over that. Okay, don't dry shampoo right away on day 1 because, like I said, it will actually create your hair to fall out because it's going to kill like your follicle and like really clog it and suffocate it. That's not good. Okay, so I'm going to get into some questions, but I also wanted to say, if you are experiencing hair loss, like in certain places that you're like, oh shoot, you can use castor oil on a cotton ball. That's a natural way to do it, and like put it on your hairline if you want hair growth. But also, I mean, people use like that Latisse or whatever on certain spots of their hair for the hair growth. That's probably super toxic. So, you know, that's whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm going to look at questions really quick and see if you have any more to, please let me know. Okay, 10 weeks, much healthier. Yes, so going that long to get color, so smart. How do you know your hair type? I mean, if you feel it, like if it's, so you can feel the actual, your hair, and if it's super coarse and like thicker, I guess you'd have to like feel other people's hair to maybe know. I guess I've touched a lot of heads before, but, and if it like takes color really well and it's like you could bleach the crap out of it and it's still standing. And then there's really fine, thin, like fine. Did you know that people who have fine hair actually have more hair on their head than thick people, because it's like the actual diameter of my one hair on my head is thicker, but I have less hairs on my head than someone who has thin hair. It's crazy. Gave the blonde tips. What else was I going to tell you guys? I just highly recommend these brushes. And I mean, I will be going on this journey to try to find the best conditioners and stuff. I have tried Bumble and Bumble, and honestly, I don't love it, and I think I'm allergic to it. I have tried Beauty Counter, and it's not good for color treated hair. Like, I don't love that. Tried Monat, and I can say it is absolutely terrible. Like, it ruined the texture of my hair. And I've heard that a lot. And a lot of my girlfriends said that their hair started falling out. So be careful, be careful. So, I mean, try some of these things that I said. And then I missed the first part of the video. Did you record this? Yes, I recorded this. I'm going to try, I think I'm going to upload it to Vimeo, and I'll be emailing this out. I'm going to try to like actually give you guys my notes and figure that out. And if you have little girls who like to wash their own hair themselves, highly recommend getting these two brushes for them, and you doing it. Like, you getting their, if they'll let you. Like, my daughter's super into this now because like I'm teaching her and she's like, let me use it. So I'm doing that. And then I would recommend, what other, I don't know what other questions you guys have, but you know, just get these things and tell me if they work. I'll unmute too if you have questions, because like if you guys don't understand like pushing it out, so you really do want to push out. Michelle, I'll say this for you because you're just jumping on, but so if you wash your hair Monday and you're an every other day washer, so you're going to really wash on Wednesday, I want you to push it to Wednesday or to Thursday, and you're going to wash on Thursday for 2 weeks in a row. Then after you did that, I'm going to have you push it to Friday and do that 2 weeks in a row. So you've only washed Monday and Friday. Does that make sense? Like, you're pushing it out another day, push it out another day, and you do that for 2 weeks in a row to keep it going. And someone with really fine, greasy hair, I said you could probably only go 5 days, maybe 5, maybe 7 days. And we went over like getting your hair color treated a little less. And when you go in for a haircut, ask for a dusting, like a tiny dusting. And then I showed all the products. So go to the detoxmarket.com. And okay, so for thin platinum blondes is going 4 to 5 days good. That should be max for us. I mean, yeah, I would try to go 5. If you can go 7, that's awesome, but I would try to go 5 for sure. Wear a baseball cap or a cute hat, you know, a cute scrunchie, your hair in a pony. I mean, there's so many things you can do to like prolong it, that just like keep going. And if you do work out, like I said, blow dry on cool your scalp and take it immediately out of a hairband. Let your hair air dry. Do not try your best to not blow dry. And I think I mentioned all of the, oh yeah, and then get a wand. So instead of flat ironing, please use a wand. It's going to help less heat on your hair, and it's going to help elongate that. If you're to use any extensions, guys, I used to do weddings, and I always did extensions. And if you're to use extensions, I mean, it's super easy. I used to make these for people. Go to Sally's, find the hair that kind of matches as best you can, and then you can sew in clips. There's also halos. My girlfriend has this halo. It's like a elastic that goes over your head. Get the halo, and then, oh, that's a good question. And then you can have those. That's less damaging than getting any type of tape in, any type of sew in or braid in. Just get the clip-ins. Oh, bangs. Oh, these are all such good. Okay, thank you. This is so perfect. Okay, so I'm going to answer this one first. When's the best time to dry shampoo? I've had some friends who put dry shampoo on at night and then again in the morning. I wouldn't do nighttime because like that's a waste to clog that follicle up. So don't do it at night. But during the day, I would, because at night, why don't you use the sea salt spray and like just blow dry that in there a little bit and let that work in. And then in the morning, you can use the dry shampoo. Remember I said it's straight up gasoline, so you need to find a non-toxic one immediately that you love. Guys, I don't dry shampoo at all. Like my hair is so hair trained. I've never used dry shampoo. I've used it on people, but I've never used it myself. So use it. I would use it on day, like if you can, like day 3, like halfway, if you can. The word, like the quote is dry shampoo, push through. You can do that with bangs. If you have bangs, like I said, just shampoo your hairline. I would shampoo just this because bangs can get real nasty. And then people like, no, your hair is so greasy. So just do the hairline, shampoo it in your sink, wash it out in your sink, maybe a tiny bit of conditioner in there. And I would blow dry those things because they are bangs. You can trim them, like it's fine. Unless you're growing them out, you could still wash them in your sink, maybe only blow dry the root and like let them air dry. Or you can pin them back, braid them, wear a hat if you're trying to grow them out. But for sure, just wash those babies. Like that'll help make your hair look like it's not greasy at all if your bangs are washed, if your hairline is washed. Okay, the time curler is probably bad since it touches too much of my hair. I don't know. I need to look at it. I need to look that up. I love this thing. I don't know. I used a curling iron that I would use and I'd wrap it around, but this thing gets me some really fun curls. And yeah, like it's like the rope twist. So it's almost like, it's like twisted like that. And then it's wrapped around. So it's like gets less of your hair in there. But honestly, I feel like if you're going to use any wand and it lets your hair go like 7 to 10, 15 days, it doesn't really matter if it touches most of your hair because you're like letting it go so long without like damaging it with wanding it or with washing it. So I think you'll be good there. What else? I'm trying to think. Well, I hope that you guys love this. Please tag me if you're doing this. Please tag me in your stories on. I know Nicole's been doing that in your stories on Instagram. Meredith_Franklin is my name on there, and share this with anyone that you want. It's not like a hidden thing. Like, please share it with people. But yeah, go to the detox market, check that out for the shampoos and stuff. And the scalp treatment is so critical because that is going to hydrate your scalp. If you have more questions about washing, let me know. Yeah, I would just really try to push it and get these brushes. So Sally's will be your friend. Ask for all of these things in your stocking. And get them for friends. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Thanks for joining me. See ya.